Well, the squash borer, the problem with the squash borers, let's start with the second question first. The squash borers, of course, as soon as they hatch, they stick themselves into your vine, so you may not even know they're there until the vine collapses weeks and weeks later, because they've destroyed the system, inside of there. They've eaten it. So the best thing to do is to inspect your squash plants every day and look for eggs and get rid of them, because if you can prevent the problem, you're better off. A lot of people will grow squash underneath floating row covers, that kind of white cloth that lies on top of the plants, because the moth then won't see the plant, and that does help, but it doesn't replace inspecting the plants every day to make sure they don't have any eggs. Usually the eggs will be underneath the stem, between where the center of the plant is and the leaf on the outside. You'll find them on that piece of petiole, that stem that's there. And they're real easy to find. It's a pain, but and you can certainly use neem oil, which will probably suppress the eggs. You'll have to spray up underneath it and all that sort of stuff. And it may or may not, because they're pretty well protected. They're in a gelatinous form so that they can get past all the barriers we'd like to put up for them. So you may be able, I've seen research, I should say. I haven't seen people do this. I've seen research where insecticidal soap melted most of the eggs, but squash borers were one of the ones that survived that particular spray. So you would have to go up to something more like neem if you wanted to get in there and spray underneath all of them. But you still need